Hi, I'm Leslie. Thank you for your interest. Today's session is focused on premenstrual yoga. So it can be for anyone, anytime, but it's specifically designed for the premenstrual phase. So about a week before menses or when the period starts, and some of us tend to have adverse effects during that time. We're going to focus on the breath, spinal mobility, opening up the hips, some lower abdominal massage and activation, and just giving back to the body. So regulating the nervous system and some gentle movement. We're going to end in Shavasana, so deep relaxation. You may want a folded blanket or a cushion for padding for your knees, or a yoga block or a prop during the hamstring stretch. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and begin in a comfortable seated position, so you can sit with your legs crossed up on a folded blanket or a cushion if you have tight hips. Let's go ahead and align the posture. So sit bones rooted, lower belly firm, front ribs pulled in, broad across the chest and shoulders, extending tall through the crown of the head with the chin parallel to the floor. You can have your eyes open, focus softly on one point, or you can go ahead and close your eyes. Palms can be up or down, and we'll move through an ascending breathing exercise where we're going to extend the inhale and the exhale. So let's begin with a nice big inhale, and then exhale. And we'll go ahead and begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Next inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. Biggest inhale coming up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big exhale. Let it all go. Let's just take an inhale and exhale. 2 more like this. Big inhale, let your ribs expand. Big exhale, let your chest collapse. Last one like this. Big inhale. Big exhale. Feel yourself rooting into your mat. Go ahead and blink the eyes open. We're just going to let the breath move freely through the body throughout the practice. Let's go ahead and extend the left hand out to the side, fingers up, or you can go ahead and put your palm down. We'll root the sit bones down. Inhale the right arm up. Pause here on the exhale, and then inhale, reach the right arm, and then exhale, reach the right arm over. So just a nice side stretch here. Rooting down through the sit bones and lengthening the ribs away from the pelvis. Next inhale, we'll come back up to the center, switch sides, right hand out to the side, left arm up on the inhale. Exhale, reach over, really extending, rooting down that left sit bone especially. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, reach. Let's go back to the left hand down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Extend over. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring the left hand to the right knee for a slight twist. Long spine. You can kind of gaze over your right shoulder if that feels comfortable. Just warming up. Inhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up for the side stretch and over to the left. Inhale back to center, right hand down, left arm up, reach, extend over to the right side of the room. Big inhale, and then exhale. Next inhale, we'll bring the right hand to the left knee for the twist. You can gaze over that left shoulder. Going to stay here for a complete breath. Inhale, and then exhale. Next inhale, right hand down, left arm up, reach over to the side. And then inhale back to center. Next, we're going to root the left shin down, left hand down, right leg goes out to the side, and we'll just push the hips up, reach over for a modified side plank. So left shin down, all of the right foot down, belly stays engaged, just extending the ribs away from the pelvis. Stay here, inhale, and then big exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, release, bring the hips down. We'll just switch sides, right shin down, left leg out to the side, left foot down, and then inhale, lift the hips up and reach the left arm up and over. So nice side stretch, right shin's pushing down, left foot's pushing down, and we're extending the ribs away from the pelvis. Letting the breath move freely through the body, grounding down and lengthening the spine in two directions. Go ahead and bring the hips down, and you can keep using your cushion. We're going to come to a tabletop position. So ankles, knees, and hips in one line. We're going to have the hands wide, pinkies on the edge of the mat. Let's go ahead and push the tops of the feet down and arch your back for cat pose. So hug the belly in. Exhale, you can release the tension in your neck. We're just going to stay here for a couple breaths. You can move however feels good. Next inhale, let's tuck the toes, sit bones back, sternum forward for your cow. Belly stays in. Move through a couple cat-cows now. So on the exhale, push into your hands and knees for your cat. Inhale, sit bones up, sternum forward, extend the spine. Let's do 3 more like this. Exhale into spinal flexion. Push, push, push. Inhale into spinal extension. Exhale, cat. See if you can find more space between the vertebrae. And then inhale, come into your cow. Spinal extension, 2 directions. Last one. Exhale, cat. Belly stays firm. Keep the belly in when you extend the spine into your cow on the inhale. Great, let's come back to table position. Neutral spine, halfway in between cat and cow. So belly has a little engagement, ribs are in. We're not overarching in the low back. Awareness, checking in, and now we're just going to go ahead and extend the left arm forward. And then go ahead and set that left hand down. Right arm forward, reach. Try to keep the whole torso square as possible, and then right hand down. Now let's go ahead and extend the left leg back. Heel in line with the hip. You can press into the hands, make sure the belly's firm. And then bring the left knee down. We're going to extend the right leg back, heel in line with the hip. And then right knee is back down. We'll just add them together. So left leg goes back, and then right arm reaches forward. Belly is in. Back to center. Right leg back, left arm forward. Reach. And then back to center. Let's do one more like that. Left leg and right arm pulling in opposite directions. Torso square. Back to center. Right leg back, left arm forward. And then back to table. Let's go ahead and push into the hands and the knees for your cat as we're waking up the core, finding more space, and then inhale into your cow. Let's come back to table. We'll gently bring that left leg forward into the modified low lunge position. So ideally, we're gonna have 90-degree angles. Knee is over the ankle here on the left leg, left foot's rooted, right knee's pushing down. Extend the sit bones back and the sternum forward. You can have a little gentle movement, just opening up the hips here. And then we're just gonna push down through that left foot and come up, hands to the hips. Stabilize here. If you want, you can reach the arms up. Release the hands down to the hips. Let's bend that right knee. Reach back with the right hand if it's accessible for the quad stretch. You can also use a strap if that helps. Or just bend the right heel to the right sit bone. So just opening up the front of the body, especially on that right side. Nice deep breaths moving freely through the body. I'm going to gently release the right foot, plant the left heel. You can grab your block if you need to. We're going to come into the hamstring stretch, so a slight bend in the left knee, left toes up, left sit bone back. Should feel a nice stretch in the left back of the leg, the left hamstrings. Deep breaths here, extending the spine in two directions and letting the breath move freely through the body. Gently plant the foot, and then let's bring the left foot out to the left heel in line with the right knee. Left foot's rooted, left knee's going in line with the second and third toe. Extend the arms out. For your kneeling warrior two position, you can gaze over your left hand. We're opening up the hips to the front with this left leg going out to the right. A little tension in the lower abdomen and chest is nice and tall. Let's go ahead and bring the right hand to the right hip and then just reach that left arm over to the right. The left knee goes to the left, creating space in between the ribs and the pelvis. Deep breaths. Inhale back up to center, and let's go ahead and bring the left elbow down to the left thigh. Belly's firm, and if you want, you can reach that right arm up, or the right arm can stay on the right hip. But we have distance between the hips and the ribs on both sides, pushing in, and the shoulders are broad across each other. Nice deep breaths. Gently release out of that. We'll bring that left foot back forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're gonna fold over that left foot and then just extend the spine here. So really imagine the sit bones going back, sternum forward. Plant the hands, we'll just go ahead and switch sides. So right foot forward in this kneeling low lunge, second side. Set it up with that ankle right underneath the right knee. And then extending the spine in two directions, really actively creating length and space in the body, releasing any unnecessary tension. Let's press through the right foot, hands to the hips. You can go ahead and reach your hands up. And then hands back to the hips. We're going to bend that left foot and reach back with the left hand for the quad stretch, if it's accessible. So really imagining rooting down through the left knee and the right foot, creating this grounded state within the physiology as we're opening up to this state that we're exactly in right now. So just opening up across the front of the body, across the quadriceps with those deep breaths. We'll gently release the foot. Right heel down, right toes up. You can use your block for the hamstring stretch. Slight bend in that right knee, right sit bone back. So just imagining that hamstring lengthening on the right. Deep breaths, keep them going. We'll gently release. Go ahead and bring the right foot over to the right, heel in line with the left knee. So just pause for a second, make sure the hips are going forward, the right knee's tracking over the second and third toe. So feel yourself opening up throughout the pelvis, throughout the hips, and across the chest as well. When you're ready, we can extend the arms out straight. Warrior two arms. You can even gaze over those right fingertips if you want. We'll go left hand on the left hip and then reach over to the left with the right arm. This modified kneeling reverse warrior position. Reach, keep that knee going straight to the right as we're extending the spine to the left. We'll gently come out of that, bring the right forearm onto the right thigh. Push down through that right forearm. Left hand can be on your hip, or you can go ahead and reach that left arm up. Actively opening to whatever your body is offering today, honoring the body, bringing it some peace with the breath. When you're ready, we're going to gently release. Left hand to the hip. We'll bring that right foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over that right foot. And just pause for a second. Notice if anything feels different. Try to find a little more space from the sit bones all the way to the crown of the head. Really imagine the spine going two directions. From here, we're just going to bring the right knee back and remove the cushion if you have one. Go ahead and set it off to the side. We're going to have the hands wide, go on the knees for this modified plank position. So belly's engaged, broad across the chest. Let's lower halfway and then go ahead and extend the arms. We'll just do two more like that. We're going to lower and extend, and then bend the elbows and straighten the arms. Here, belly stays firm. We're going to bend the elbows all the way, lower down, extend the legs out behind you. We're going to bring the fingertips off the mat, spider your fingers, nice and broad, and shoulders up. So here, belly's firm. We're going to zip up the legs like a tail and imagine from the toes to the crown of the head we have length. We're going to gently traction the spine. On the inhale, let's go ahead and lift the chest for a modified cobra, and then exhale, release. Two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more like this. Inhale. Imagine pulling your sternum away from your pelvis. Exhale, release. We'll go ahead and bring the hands to the side, palms wide, so hands near the ribs, elbows tucked in a little bit, legs active, knees off the mat, and then just gently pull the sternum forward for a baby cobra. Exhale, release. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. From here, we're just going to take that right hand out to the right side and directly out from the shoulder, palm down, and we'll roll over onto the right hip. Up on the fingertips on the left, 90-degree bend in that left elbow, elbow up towards the ceiling. So the left foot can be flat on the floor, or you can just extend it straight, wherever feels good for your back. And let's take 3 breaths here. Big inhale, and then exhale. 2 more like this. Big inhale, exhale. Last one. Nice big inhale, big exhale. Go ahead and come back to the center, belly's firm. We'll go to the second side, left arm out. On the right fingertips, roll onto the left hip, right foot down, or you can extend that leg out. Nice and long from the left heel all the way to the crown of the head. Big inhale, big exhale. 2 more just like this. Inhale and exhale. Last one on this side. Big inhale, Big exhale. Hold the belly firm. Let's come back to center. And go ahead and bring your hands near your ribs in just that gentle cobra position. So really massaging the abdominals with the slight, very, very gentlest back bend ever. From here, we're going to push into the hands, come up to the knees, and just go ahead and make our way to child's pose. So big toes, so let's do wide leg. Big toes touch, bring the knees out wide to the mat. Hands can be forward. Go ahead and bring your head down to the mat. We're going to take 5 breaths here on your own count. Inhale, belly expands. And then exhale, go ahead and contract your abdominals in. Hands can be at your side if that's more comfortable. Just letting the breath move freely through the body. On the inhale, the belly goes big. Exhale, bring the belly in, contract the abdominals. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale, releasing any unnecessary tension in the body. 1 more like this. Big inhale. And big exhale. Let's go ahead on the inhale, make our way into table. And we'll move through 3 rounds of cat-cow. So push into the hands and knees. Exhale. Maybe you can find some more space. Inhale into your cow. 2 more. Exhale, cat. Nice and controlled. Hold the belly in. Inhale into your cow. 1 more. Exhale. Round the back, flex the spine. Belly's firm and in. Inhale, extend the spine with that belly in, really creating length. Go ahead and release that. Bring the feet around to a seated position. And we'll just extend the legs straight out in front of us for a seated forward fold. So knees can be bent as much as is comfortable. Heels down though, toes up, and try to have everything in alignment. Sit bones rooted. We're just going to take an inhale, extend the spine, and then just a gentle fold forward on your exhale. Try to keep those toes going up to the ceiling. And then just really letting your breath be at its natural place. Not holding the breath anywhere, just letting it move freely through the body. Not overdoing the fold, forward fold, but just go ahead and let the body naturally fold forward here. Next inhale, we're going to come up and let's extend the legs wide for a wide leg forward fold. Heels down, toes up. So everything is in alignment. You can bend those knees if we need to. Fingertips behind, and let's just try to lift up the sternum while the sit bones are rooted. Inhale and then exhale. If you can, fold forward just as how it feels comfortable to you. Nice. Gentle fold here, letting the inner thighs open up a little bit, the adductors. Inhale, we're going to come up to center, and then on the exhale, let's just twist over to the left. So torso is over towards the left leg, right sit bones rooted. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, fold. As much as is comfortable, it doesn't have to be aggressive, nice and gentle. Just calibrating the body here. Inhale to center, and then exhale, we'll take it over to the right. Folding over that right leg a little. One side might feel a little different than the other, and that's okay. Just gently releasing the tension. Inhale back up to center, and then we'll bring the legs back in to the center. Let's hug the right knee in towards the body. Left leg stays as straight as possible. Try to root that right sit bone down. So you can stay here if this is comfortable for you, or you can bring that right foot over the left leg if this feels okay on your back. And we're gonna just squeeze that knee in, try to root the right foot down as much as possible. Legs are engaged. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's take the twist over to the right. So right fingertips behind the back. Shoulders are broad across the chest, and we're gonna gaze over that right shoulder if it feels comfortable. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, we're gonna contract the abdominals. Inhale, and then exhale, really bring those abdominals in. 2 more, big inhale, big exhale. Last one like this, big inhale, biggest exhale. Hold the belly in, gently come back to center, and we'll switch sides. So first, let's just bring that left foot close to the body and just take here a second and stabilize, let the body adapt. You can stay here, it's perfectly fine, or if you want, you can cross that left leg over the top of the right. Let's just make sure that left foot's rooted down. All 4 corners of the feet nice and tall through the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna take the twist. Left fingertips behind the back. Right elbow can hug that left knee or be on the outside of it, wherever is comfortable. Broad across the chest, tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, abdominals contract. 2 more like this. Big inhale. Big exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Hold the belly firm. Gently release. We'll come back to center, and let's just plant the feet. Hands near the sides. We're just going to keep the feet flexed and just gently take the knees over to the left for a little windshield wiper. You can push that right knee forward. It feels good. Broad across the chest. Inhale back to center. Take the knees to the right. Inhale back to center. Knees to the left. Inhale to center. Knees to the right. Back to center. Okay, fantastic. We're going to go ahead, keep the knees bent, and just gently make our way onto the back. And from here, we're going to have palms down and place the palms underneath the glutes on either side, making our way into our fish pose. So legs extend forward. And then we're going to come up on the forearms, just the forearms, lifting the shoulders, and then top of the head on the mat. Going to stay here for 5 breaths. So not overarching in the low back. Pelvis is rooted, extending out through the toes. Chest is shining up to the ceiling, pushing into the forearms and the palms. Top of the head. We're not going to move the head. It's going to stay right on the crown of the head into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 4 more like that on your own count. Nice deep breaths. Wonderful. In this position, let's just take another inhale. And then exhale, gently untuck the head, bring the chin to the chest, bend the knees, release the hands. Just pause here for a second. Any sensations that you might be experiencing, just let them go ahead and wash over you. Just notice how much space you're creating in your body, how much calmness. From here, we're going to go ahead and hug the left knee in and then the right knee in. So both knees in. We're going to hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg forward. So really imagine the left heel going away from the crown of the head, left toes to the ceiling. And we have all of the spine on the mat except a 2-inch curve in the lower lumbar. Left hand can be on your hip if you want. Let's bring the right knee out to the right. So try to keep that left hip down as the knee extends to the right. Go ahead and push the right knee into the right hand if that feels good. Shoulders on the mat. We're going to go ahead and inhale the knee to center, and we're going to take the twist. So roll over onto the left hip. Right knee comes over to the left. Extend the right arm out to the side. The left, you can tee the arms if that feels good. If your knee comes down, you can place your left hand on your left thigh or your right thigh and kind of push that right thigh away if that feels good. But wherever you are, you can gaze over to your right if that is accessible to you. Let's go ahead and take 5 deep breaths here. Really aware of letting the belly expand on the inhale and contracting the abdomen on the exhale. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release any tension. 3 more like this. Big inhale. Big exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Finding space, creating space. Big exhale. Release and tension. Any unnecessary tension in the body. Last one. Big inhale. Big exhale. Hold the belly firm. Let's come back up to center. Just hug that right knee in. Plant the right foot and the left foot. And we'll go ahead and grab that left knee. Hug it in. Extend the right leg nice and long. Heel down, toe up. So just squeezing that knee up here. 1 or 2 inches in the lumbar curve. Ribs on the mat as much as possible. Both shoulders on the mat as much as possible. Chin slightly tucked. Go ahead and have that right hand on the right hip, and let's bring the left knee out to the left. Can even push the knee into the hand. Breath moving freely through the body. Not holding on to anything unnecessarily. I'm going to inhale to center. Take the twist over onto the right hip. Right toes go to the right. Left knee crosses the body. Left arm extends out. If you can, have that left shoulder on the mat. Tee the arms. You can gaze over to the left. However feels good. We're going to be here for 5 breaths, really extending in this twist. So inhale, belly expands. Exhale, abdominals contract. Big inhale. Big exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more like this. Big inhale. Big exhale. Last one. Biggest inhale, belly expands. And full exhale, abdominals contract. Bring it in. Bring those abdominals in and let the tension go. Hold the belly in. Come back to center. Plant both feet. You can hug the knees in if that feels comfortable to you. Kind of rock around on your sacrum. And from here, let's plant both feet. And we'll just place the heels of the hands in the creases of the thighs. So hands on the thighs and just press into the thighs for a little gentle traction. So chin is tucked. Extending the crown of the head away from the hips. And you can windshield wiper your knees if that feels good. To the left, feet flexed. To center and to the right. center. Any other pose that you want to take, go ahead and move around as feels comfortable for you. And then we'll make our way into a Shavasana, or final resting pose. So here the idea is just to relax, release any unnecessary tension, try to extend your spine long. Go ahead and let your feet flop out, palms face up. Let's go ahead and close the eyes, maybe tuck the chin a little bit, and see how relaxed you can get, how you can drop below all the sensations of the body. And let all the physiological processes that we just worked integrate. Be here for a couple minutes. Let's take a big inhale and exhale. Go ahead and drop in. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. If you're ready to transition, let's bring a little gentle movement to the toes and fingers. And eventually bend the knees, roll over to one side, maybe your right side in a fetal position. Taking our time to safely and gently press our way up to a comfortable seat, eyes softly closed still. Just pause. Notice if you feel any differently, if you created any different sensations in your body, in your mind. Let's go ahead and bring the palms to touch, thumbs at the center of the sternum. Go ahead and press the sternum up into the thumbs. And if you want, just take a second to acknowledge yourself and your unique physiology. All the cycles, all the phases that we get to experience, the entire spectrum. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this time. Well done.